Welcome back to Rating Skyrim City Planning. This is the icy port city of Dawnstar. It's often forgotten due to its moot nature, but it's still a city nonetheless. And so today we're going to be diving into it and seeing if its city planning is anything of interest. Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Skyrim City Planning. I have had to re-record this video 3 times now due to audio issues, but yeah, I believe this is the one, so let's just get through this. Rating requirements are probably already on the screen, as they always are going to be in the beginning of these episodes. But let's see what the city's about, and that's a pretty lighthouse up there. Alright, our first point, as usual, for 1 point is going to be if the city is properly districted. Now, going through here, I think this is an inn. Yep. So we have an inn coming over here. Looks like we have this is the sort of general store. Barracks, long area. So this little top area sort of seems like a business district. I don't want to say it's a business district, but there is not really any homes up here, which is a good sign. That would generally mean that most of the homes are sort of situated down there. Let's go check those out. Alright, yeah, that's a home. This is like the apothecary or something. Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like, this city looks pretty well districted. Basically all of the homes are in their own section of the city. Basically all the businesses except for this, like, weird loser alchemist is down here. So, yeah, we're gonna give him the point here. I think it's fair to say that the city is quite well districted. There's the blacksmith here, but, again, not too big of a deal, because I think he lives here, so, yeah, we'll give him the point. Alrighty, next up for 2 points, no ruined or destroyed buildings. A big one. And to be honest, I don't think I saw anything walking through here. The city seems pretty safe. Everything seemed to be in order for the most part. Especially for a port city like this. You'd assume this would have some sort of ransacked or razed building, at least one, but it looks like they're pretty good at keeping that on the down low, or just not at all. Yeah, this is a pretty no-brainer here. We're gonna give them a point. Alrighty, next up on the list is, for 1 point, the city has proper / well-built walkways. Now, upon immediate inspection, this looks basically terrible. This isn't even proper or well-maintained. This is just literal dirt covered in snow. Oh yeah, it looks like there's sort of a semblance of what used to be a pathway. I don't know if this is like, I don't know, it looks weird. It looks like they just did this on purpose. But yeah, it does the same thing over here, kind of tapers off. Let's actually head down to the docks. There's one thing I want to check down there. Alright, so down here, it's very similar to Morthal in the fact that there's lots of homes that are coming off of docks, or like wooden paths, basically. I don't know if this is going to constitute as a half a point sort of thing, because there really isn't that many. Like, a clear majority of the buildings in the city are not on docks at all, so I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to give them a point here. I don't think it's even worth half a point, because, half the buildings aren't on these, so yeah, they're not going to be getting the point here. Alright, next up on the list, for 1 point, city has room to grow. A classic on this series, and there's only one way we can figure this one out, and that's in getting into free cam. So yeah, let me do that really quickly. Alrighty, now that we're up in free cam mode, this is a terrible snowstorm. Hold on, let me quickly get rid of this. Alright, the blizzard has been calmed. No more issues there, but looking from above here, it definitely is pretty apparent that there is room to grow. The walls even encompass this part. It seems to be very easy if you just build a path. It almost looks like there already might even be a path that goes up there. That's pretty obvious section for the city to grow. Even over there, they can even pull a Morthal and sort of make even more sort of ocean houses off the dock. I think this is going to be a pretty easy point to give out. So yeah, let's get into the next point. Alrighty, next up for 2 points. The city has basic amenities. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there is no wells in this city. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I've done this 2 times already. There's nothing. There's a 0% chance there's a well in here. It's very unfortunate, especially because this city is on the ocean, which means that they're not getting water from here. It's a salt water. No, no, you don't drink that. That's bad for you. So I mean, this kind of sucks for Dawnstar. I mean, these 2 points really could have improved their rating quite drastically. I mean, I guess this is sort of how it goes. I mean, cities like this aren't really going to get too great of a rating because of stuff like this. That's sort of the sort of soft cap for these cities, I guess you could say. Maybe sort of a hard cap. I don't know what gamer term to use for that one, whatever. But let's get into the next one. Alrighty, for 1 point here, okay, whatever. For 1 point here, city is somewhat sanitary and safe. Now, going through this, the city is quite sanitary and safe. There's really no glaring safety issues. I mean, I guess you could argue the boats maybe, but that's not really that big of a deal. I mean, overall, the place is pretty nice, pretty sanitary. I mean, there's no dead bodies again. It's I'm hoping that's how it stays that way. This is kind of a free point given to any cities that are at least well maintained in order to, stop them from dropping down to the lowest of low in our rating system. But yeah, I get the point there, and let's move on to the next and I believe final point. Righty, last up on our list for 2 points, the city isn't a pain in the ass to navigate. Now, this is a pretty big one for me personally. Honestly, this is the biggest one in general, just because as, a player, this kind of is what affects you the most. So, I mean, I was actually thinking of making this 3 points originally, but I brought it down to 2, just to have some mercy on some cities. But anyways, it's pretty obvious. I'm feeling the city's gonna get this point. I mean, basically everything important is literally along this sort of pathway here. I mean, you got the inn back there, got the general store here, guardhouse there, and the Jarl's little home there. The only thing that's kind of strays off of that is the little apothecary loser down there. But, who uses alchemy anyways? Kind of a sort of niche in Skyrim, I would say. But yeah, those are pretty solid 2 points from Morthal. So yeah. Alrighty. Overall, Dawnstar got a pretty good rating. Though I think I may have called it Morthal multiple times, I have a feeling. But regardless of that, pretty solid rating. I mean, it is very similar to Morthal, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably why I've been calling it that. It looks virtually the same, just with more snow. But yeah, I think that's gonna call it for this video. So thanks for watching, guys. Go check out the other episodes in the series if you haven't already seen them, because they're pretty awesome. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching.